I'm always looking for something. Something's always missing. Something's always whatever. Hello, everybody. Um, we're starting Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Yep. Next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and we're doing cooking. And I actually came across. I have had this for a long time. It's the Whole Food Bible, and I was talking to. I belong to a stroke group. I think you know that by now. And I was talking to some people, and they were talking about Whole Foods. And one of the things that I like about Whole Food is that people think because it's organic, it doesn't taste right. And that's not so. Organic really means, okay, that it's free from pesticides. So why is it that everybody thinks that they have these pesticides? And I mean, they have, like that because they have these pesticides that it's good. It's just free. That's all. It's natural. It's grown naturally. Or if it's meat, it's corn fed or it's grass fed and not it's organically fed in a natural state and not fed other meat or other byproducts or false stuff. So that's all it really is. But I've got this. This came from Bread and Circus. This got to be old. And this is Whole Food Bible. And if you're out there, you should probably could get it on Amazon now. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a bookstore. Not that we have that many bookstores. Because Borders here just closed. I guess they closed all over the world. Now we just have Barnes and Noble, and I guess it'll be time for that to close, and we're back to ordering books again. And I like Borders, but anyway, moving right along. But it's Whole Food. It's a Whole Food Bible, and it's how to select and prepare safe, healthy foods without pesticides or chemical additives. Okay, and it has more than 100 recipes. It's by Christopher K. Kilman, or Kilham maybe, and it's actually a great book. And one of the things that I found in here, when I get it, I'll read it to you. I'm sure you love being read to. I like being read to. Is what happens to food. Okay? It used to be that all foods were whole, retaining its natural nutrition value without chemical additives of any kind. So what's that mean? It means that everything was pretty much brought across the board that was fresh and whole and had no additives. Now they add additives and preservatives to make it last longer. So I should have bought, I don't really have any canned food, but I do have a few things. A can of food is just like old-fashioned canning, only it's in a can instead of a jar. Okay? And for millions of years, food was natural and nutritious. However, in the last century, food has changed so radically that much of it is almost unrecognizable as food at all, and some of it is unrecognizable because in the can, it's kind of dehydrated a little, whatever. Some food is completely dehydrated, so you have to add water to hydrate it again. Don't get me started. But anyway, today our food is grown with the use of carcinogenic agricultural chemicals. Much of the nutritional value of the food is processed of it out of it by high-tech methods. So most of the nutritional value and the vitamins and the supplements and all of that are processed out of it. So what's that mean? That we have to bring it back. Chemical additives including artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives adulterated most of the food on grocery store shelves. Many of these chemical agents are known or suspected carcinogens. What are carcinogens? Well, if you don't know what they are cancer-causing things, cancer-causing cells. As a result, unhealthy dietary intake is pandemic causing dozens of serious health disorders from cardiovascular disease to colon cancer. What happened to food? My phone's ringing. It's always ringing. Okay, so what happened to food? The answer to this question has to do with the growth and development of modern culture. As humans have evolved, we have developed a great capacity to invent. Though inventions, we have changed our relationship to food and the way in which it is obtained. So, you know, we're not naturally fishing, we're not naturally hunting, and we don't have time. We really don't have time. And for those people that do have time, God bless you. I mean, I have a little bit of a garden, but I also have a small space in my yard. I used to have a really big garden, but of course I downsized my house and everything. And although you would never believe it, but so I don't have a garden, and I don't have the the room for it. So I have a little garden and things like that. And now I'm gonna, because it's fall, I'm gonna bring in, my vegetables, and not like, I started canning my vegetables, but my herbs and spices and whatever. And I think one of the things of me having this stroke permitted me to go forward and push forward to tell people about health, and and what they have to do in order to be healthy. And it's a known fact that you know many people are not healthy, and they're not taking care of themselves, and they're not doing their vitamins, and they're not doing their minerals and things. So anyway, it says the answer to this question has to do with the growth and development of modern culture. As humans have evolved, we have developed a great capacity to invent, and through the inventions we have changed our relationship to food and the way in which it is obtained. Again, hunters, gatherers, and Paleolithic period ate roots, berries, shrubs. They trapped fish and game for food. In the earliest and longest period of human development, there was no other way to survive. Humans spent much of their lives searching for edible plants and hunting game. In the Mesolithic and Neolithic periods, humans made a gradual transition from food gathering to food production. Early cultures learned to cultivate land and livestock, causing them to produce more abundantly. They learned to plant seeds and raise large groups of animals, and agriculture developed and flourished, and the course of human history was altered forever. So, having said that, we don't know how to eat. We really don't. We don't know. A lot of people, let me not say that because everybody's not like that. A lot of people don't know what a natural pea tastes like. A lot of people don't know how to have a really good salad without all of the other junk on it. I mean, and even if you do have sauce on the salad, you know, make it. You pay $2, let's say $2.50 for a bottle of, oh, I don't know, let's see. Okay, vinegar and vinegar and oil. You can buy a large bottle of oil or olive oil or whatever, and you can make your own salad dressing. It doesn't take long, and it becomes fun. There's something that you can do with your kids. You can teach your kids, and I think what's happening is because of the recession, and because America is virtually bankrupt, I guess I'd say, or almost bankrupt. I think what happens is that we're actually becoming more frugal. Americans don't throw away a lot of food and things like they used to. We've become more independent on ourselves now, or dependent on ourselves, than we have the stores and things like that. Now, agriculture inventions included hoes, sticks, plows, opened the door to serious large-scale food production, enabling farmers to grow a surplus of food and trade as a commodity. Food commerce sprang up in all developing countries as people began to trade surpluses of food crops for other valuable items, including clothing, tools, household comforts, and eventually money. As larger quantities of food entered the marketplace, ingenious methods of transportation, storage, and product manufacturing arose. Caravans of camels, cross great plains bearing loads of grain, beans, and spices. Vessels of all kinds, from crockery pots to wooden barrels, were produced to store food crops. Breads were baked, seeds were crushed for oil, and other foods for products were made. I still have kind of a hesitation in my voice, but from going from not speaking to speaking, come on, that's got to be pretty good. Now, the primitive beginnings of food retail development enabled people to purchase food without turning the soil or raising animals. So mostly what they're saying is we became lazy. The advancement of food production methods is the seed from which modern society has grown. Freedom from labor and food production has afforded thousands of lifestyle opportunities and has enabled people to pursue previously unexplored arts and sciences. Culture has flourished as methods of food production have advanced. And as we advance technology through the continuous inventions, society has changed and our relationship to the environment has changed. So, our relationship to the environment and everything changed. It's really sad because I guess I want to say it the way I want to say it. We come from the earth, yet we treat the earth so bad. Okay? And from the shovels to tractors, from woodburning to hear hearth to gas fired furnaces, we have created tools and processes that make our lives easier in a multitude of ways. But at the same time, they distance us from the intimate relationship with natural environments and food. So what does that do? I think that makes us, I don't know,